Welcome, this is Keita.
And I am Lorianne.
And you're listening to Anxiety is a Mother.
How you feeling, girl? How's your energy this week?
I am great. It's been a good week. I just feel like I'm great. I am in a space where I'm not allowing things to disturb my peace, people to disturb my peace. Blocking out negative things is really easy. You know, have you ever had you talk to like a person and every time you hear from them, you talk to them like it's just negativity and draining, like all the time, even like those people who everybody which this is probably a bad example, but like people are always dying around them, like, and it don't even be family members, like everybody, like friends and cousins, just like, you know, these play brothers or cousins, like kind of stuff like that will drain the life out of you.
Oh yeah, like people who like to attach themselves to a whole lot of people.
Yeah, very weird energy. I don't know why that just came up, but I don't have that in my space. I can't. So I feel like I just always protect my energy. I actually somebody super close to me who is like a mentor to me. I actually called her the other day and she was like, I'm so glad you called. I was supposed to call you last night to give you a message. And it was to just protect my circle and my space, because I'm so much of a giver. People take advantage of that, but they also try to rob me of my peace and my good energy. So she was like, protect yourself, wear your crystals, sage yourself. And I was like, oh, do you see an attack coming? What is going on? But it also, like, I do that all the time. I do that daily, even with what I'm taking outside of my true crime. Like, I'm gonna listen to that. But social media,
girl, I swear I'll be saying the same. I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch The Walking Dead and I'm gonna do true crime.
I'm gonna watch my documentaries. I'm gonna listen to my true crime. I'm on YouTube all day. Like, that's gonna happen. But outside of that, like, just in my life or entertaining it, or, you know, surrounding myself with people that I don't like or don't like me for whatever reason, like, I don't do those things. And because I don't, I just protect my energy and I'm always in a good space. Now, that don't mean life stuff don't happen, but when life stuff happens, like it's supposed to happen, you can't be easily disturbed. I just can't afford to be. So I said, how about you?
I would say, so speaking of just like maintaining your peace, you know, you and I had a conversation like a while back. I think we have had this conversation multiple times, but like moving in silence. And I think for me, I didn't truly understand, like, I'm one of those people, you can't just tell me something without me understanding what it means. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like I have truly, like, I'm at a space where actually, I want to read this. This is something that came in my spirit. I had seen this, I think, on YouTube or something. But it says, the enemy doesn't have discernment. He can't destroy what he doesn't know. Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's just like, if you're not outwardly, it doesn't matter who you're sharing it with, your ideas, your dreams, your goals. You know, somebody's, girl, you can't do that. That could be a spirit trying to keep you from moving forward. So it's just like, just be quiet.
Yeah.
Just let them see.
I love that. I love to work on things, to perfect it, to get it going, to get it popping off, and then just put it out there. Before Energies was launched, not too many people knew about it. You and a few others. Like, I firmly believe in that, because people will pour their negativity, pour their doubts, pour their fears into your goals, into your dreams. And not only will some are poured into it, and then it's the other half that'll just take it. They'll just steal it and make it their own. Oh, that's a good idea. What else you gonna do? Oh, and how you gonna do? Oh, and you gonna do? Oh, okay. So you already got the plug, or where you gonna get this stuff from, or how you gonna start, or how you go, and they will get all of that information because you so excited. You share, oh girl, I'm gonna da. You just got diarrhea at the mouth and vomited it all up for them, and then gave them the blueprint.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, and it happens every day.
Protect the blueprint.
It's so important because I said that's so important because some people will literally try to snatch your entire blueprint, and it's so unfortunate. And then a matter of fact, I saw somebody shared it because I don't follow the blogs, but I saw, who was that? Tommy. I think it was Tommy from the Love and Hip Hops or something, one of those reality shows. I think Love and Hip Hop Atlanta she was on though. But she was working on a sunglass line. And there was something unique about her sunglasses when I was reading it, but something different. But anyway, she was working on a sunglass line, and I'm assuming she shared it with someone. And it's somebody that's also famous that actually came out with the line. And I want to say like they stole the name and everything. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, I could be wrong on the name part. But I briefly read it that one, and I was like, wow, that's messed up, because she was like going off on social media about, just being taken advantage of. She had been working on this for years, and someone basically just stole it and launched it. And that's messed up because it happens to people every single day. It happens to people every single day. Now you duplicating after I come out with it and I launch and you come out and do something. Hey, you know what? As long as this person isn't in my circle, because I feel like that's one thing when it's a close friend in-house. But if it's an associate, someone you know of, someone follows you on social media, you launch something, and then shortly after they start doing it, it could be a coincidence, but I mean, it does happen. People do it all the time.
But think about it from this perspective. Think about it from, because there's a lot of coaches and mentors and people that you get close to, that you look up to, and you think you're sharing things with them because they're going to help you navigate, because they're like, oh, they've been doing this for this plus years, and they know, so I trust this information with them for them to help me grow. And they just take it and they own it. And they steal your idea, and then they invite you to the grand opening for it,
Yeah, and sometimes it's because like these people in these places, they may have the revenue to already to fund that dream. Meanwhile, like I said a couple episodes back, when you start out on, sometimes it's just a dream and a prayer.
Yeah, a dollar and a dream.
You chatting off to it ain't even a dollar in a dream. Sometimes it's a dream and a prayer. Like, you got this dream, praying about it. I don't have the funding, but I know, like, and then you start sharing it with people, and now they got the revenue. What? And they ain't trying to partner. Why would I partner with you? You done gave me the blueprint.
But see, the thing about that blueprint is you're gonna have to be waiting for my next move before you make your next. So it's just, you learn your lesson, keep certain things to yourself and protect the blueprint.
Yeah. And it's something with me too. I've always been just super big on, I guess maybe too, because I say I'm quiet around, especially in like large settings, people I don't know, especially on social media. So I don't tend to share things that's going on in my life, things I'm working on, until it's time to launch or release it or put it out there for people. So I don't usually share. So I don't think I've ever had a problem with the Move in Silence, because I've always had, my personality has always been to keep stuff to myself, or only to share with those that are just super close to me, that I feel comfortable sharing with. Those I go to for advice, ideas, and different things like that,
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes others may need people to know they're working on something. It's okay if they don't know.
Yeah.
Because they don't always work out for your good.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's also important just to be able to manifest your dreams bigger when a lot of people don't know. It's almost like dreaming silence.
Yeah.
So, and then also moving in silence with like your relationships. Like, I have learned everything ain't meant to be discussed in your relationships with nobody but you and that person.
You know
Like,
what?
you know what I mean?
It used to be the men who would never post their girl, right? And women, oh, he don't even post her. He don't even post her. Is he really, he don't like her? He don't even post her. When I tell you now, from my single and dating friends to my married friends, everyone keeps their relationship private. And when we have the discussion as to why, which with the single friends, I get it, because I'm just dating. Ain't no ring on this finger. So what do you ain't no ring on my finger, you ain't going on the ground, right? With Cardi.
And girl, sometimes these men be wanting you like mad, dog mad, like, why won't you post me?
Listen, that's why
even if they don't say it, it's all of the energy. And it's just like,
but I think it's sad to say, but people want to see love and they want to see happiness, but they don't want to see you happy.
People need that social media validation.
And that, but there are people out here that they truly don't want to see you happy, and to protect that, so many women are realizing it's better if I just keep it to myself, because if they don't know what to attack, they can't attack it. They don't know what's going on, they can't attack it. Ain't no firepower. They have nothing to shoot at, So I feel like the tables have turned, and the women of like, nah, I'm good. Keep it all in. But I feel like that's, social media for me is for what I want to share, for business, for fun, for vacations, for what I choose. The part of my life I choose to expose. People don't have to go out and put everything out on the platter for folks. It's just, it's good to protect your energy, protect your peace, your space, and keep things to yourself.
Yeah. And that's from everybody. Sometimes even your family.
I said even your family.
Yeah, even your family, your parents. I was like, sometimes at our big age, we still seek our parents' validation. So we may tell our parents something, and our parents, they come from a whole different generation, so they don't understand it, like some of the moves, or understand some of the things until it's already manifested. And then they're like, oh, okay. Like I used to tell my dad certain things, and like when he wouldn't be excited, I would be disappointed. Like, like, oh, he doesn't get it. He just doesn't get it. I was just like, man, you know who this man is. Like, he loves you. He's happy for you, but he just don't understand what you're talking about. Like, he doesn't understand your dreams until he sees your dreams, because he was never allowed to dream that big himself. Sometimes I was watching something recently about how what our parents were operating out of survival, and we're undoing that. So we're slowly, operating out of another level of freedom, and then we're passing that freedom down to our children. That's what true generational wealth is. Yeah. Being able to like unlock your mind but girl, I'm sorry.
When I tell you my kids are such free spirits, especially my daughters. My son is super laid back. But they such super so free. Tori, right? She's dyed her brows. So she's in a phase of like reddish burgundy eyebrows. So last week I was talking to her, and I let them be who they are. I said, I just have one request. I said, can we have black brows for prom, if you don't mind? Like, please. Like, which I love them, but it does give her a look, and she loves it. She like it. I love it. But can we get some black brows for prom? And she was like, okay, I'll think about it. So baby, keep your fingers crossed that I can have some black brows for prom. I also need to put in there also for her senior pictures, because baby, I do not want these brown brows. I feel like when she is older, she's gonna be like, Mom, why did you let me do this? Because in high school we be doing stuff and we just be like, oh, I look so good. And then 10 years after, you're like, you gotta look.
What was I thinking?
Just
speaking of, you remember them little fan ponytails?
Girl.
Everybody used to fan with all the little scrunchies like piled up. Is that just the Arkansas thing?
Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, they was fans. And then
Ooh.
our thing was shaving off half our, like, our eyebrows were so thin.
Oh my God, I hated the thin eyebrow era. I promise you. Like, oh my God, I was just like, this is just hideous.
Horrible.
I had this one girl, I let her do my eyebrows because I've always had thick eyebrows. She shaved them all the way down. I fell asleep while she was doing it because I love getting my eyebrows done. Girl, she had thinned me all the way down. Girl, I was so depressed for 2 weeks. Depressed, like crying, like boo, like.
It's like, what the fuck are we thinking? No, that's not cute. No.
Yeah,
So,
it was never.
I'm
never
gonna have to talk to and put that request in for these senior pictures, because like we're not doing this photo shoot with no brown brows, because you're going to hate them later in life. But yeah, but I said, I'll just say, like, my kids are super free spirit, and even I see different things in them at this age than I was at their age. So I feel like with each generation, like, it continues to change and get better, or just different things change, and that's just undoing those things that we weren't happy with how we grew up.
Yeah.
And allow kids to be a little bit more free and realizing it's not that go to high school, finish high school, go to college, get a job. No, that's not the blueprint.
Yeah.
You make what you want to do, what you feel like doing. You create that your vision for your life, and I'm a support. Yeah.
And that's why it's important to affirm our kids at a young age. Like, I tell my kids all the time randomly, like, you can do anything you want to do, right? Like, anything you want to do. And I'm like, I know. Like, I got superpowers. I'm like, okay, as long as you know.
Right.
So I just feel like that's important to affirm now.
Yeah. That's so important.
Help me wrap it up.
I was thinking about something. What? Help you wrap it up. Did we say be happy in private?
I think you were kind of saying that in the beginning, but we didn't say it. I mean, just overall, it's important to be happy in private. And that's the thing for me, just figuring out that balance. Because sometimes you just be happy in like real life, and it's just like, oh, damn, I got all this like content. And I do want to share my happiness because I'm excited. It's okay to share certain aspects, but it's just like, what do I share? And how much is too much? Because you have people who are genuinely happy for you. And then you also have them people.
Let me ask you this. Right. So what, cause you saying that, and sharing too much. Cause I remember I would call you like, girl, why are you sharing everything on Facebook? Like, with just like like if you had a meeting or whatever, to just and sharing it before that finished, or before whatever the vision was, or the goal was, or whatever you were working on, the project was done yet. What changed in you to make you feel like, because you stopped sharing on Facebook for quite some time, or just sharing it on social media. Yeah. You stopped quite a while ago. So what changed in you to make you get to that point to where you felt like you were oversharing before you should?
Okay, so I will say I did in the beginning come to like a point in my mind where I kind of like intentionally like overshared. Like, because I'm like,
you intentionally did?
Intentionally, yeah. Because I knew where I wanted to be. And it's just like, I never felt like I was a popular person. Like, I've never been popular at all. So I'm like, okay, I'm just sharing my life. Like most people, I'm just sharing all these things, and I'm sharing my excited. Because me in real life, period, I'm just an excited person. When stuff is like, when I'm happy, I'm happy. Like, I'm like, well, and it's just like now, that's always the goal. Like, you want to create things, and you want to do things and build things up to a certain point where you don't really have to do that anymore, because that's not really the end goal. Like, my end goal is not to be famous. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll say for the reason of like me wanting to get all of this like media coverage and all this stuff, and work and and achieve all these things, because those are the things that are going to make the businesses grow, and I can step back.
Yeah.
Because all that hard work, that upfront work is done. I don't have to do it anymore because now the brand is out there, the name is out there, you know. So
Right.
I think that's why I've kind of shifted now because I'm like, and then like I said, I got all this content now. So I'm just sitting on piles of content. So whenever I want to chop some up and post it on social media, it Throwback Thursday. This goes in line with something. Now, when I post or when I'm creating content, like it's just for fun,
Mm-hmm.
or like to make it like a commercial. But for me, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering that, but that's good. I like it. I think I know, like I look at people like when you were talking about, putting oversharing because you're building and really just putting yourself out there, and you look at like how Cardi B started out, and I know like Supa is another person, is a person that I really look up to. I really like her journey and how much of herself she shared. And I see that, and I mean that's cool and it works for some people. It's just not me. And I was in a place of feeling like, oh, this is what I gotta do. I don't want that's not for me. That's not going to be my path. So I've always been in the place of how am I going to get to where I'm trying to go and really grow my brand and get the audience, my target audience, without on the live all day or posting all day, putting my business out there or sharing, even if it's not putting my business out there, sharing, because I know these people still have private lives that I mentioned and they're not sharing their every life detail with the world, but also they share a lot. I'm not even sharing half of that, so it's like, how do I do that? And that's why I've been in a space of figuring out how to grow my brand to get my target audience awareness without not even stepping out of my comfort zone, because I don't even think it's that. It's just simply not who I am. But it's like how I do this and still being aligned with who I truly am. Mm-hmm. Keeping my core values, keeping who I am at heart, and staying true to who I am, and not feeling like I have to get behind the camera and put on a face. That's what I refuse to do. I refuse to put on a face and just be someone or something that I'm not because I have this brand. I can't do it, Yeah. So I've been in a place of my brand identity and who I am being somewhat the face of it, because I don't even like to be the face of it, and really putting myself out there to grow it versus it being overlooked because it's not talked about or shared enough.
Are you wearing makeup?
Mm-mm.
You're so pretty.
Thank you. Thank you. I just put on, you know what I put on, girl?
She 50, y'all. 50 where?
Girl, who 50? No, you didn't. Don't play. Some good old energy,
Okay, promo.
Yeah, so we'll have your skin.
I'm here for it. I am here for it,
girl. But yeah, so that's what I have, honey. Stay true to who you are. Protect your energy at all costs and move in silence. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
All right. What's our little 10-minute warning? So how are you feeling like now that we kind of getting in the groove and how we're doing things with the podcast this season? Are you liking it? Like how we're filming now?
Oh yeah, no, I feel good. I feel super good. I mean, it's the podcast is, of course, it can be like figuring out what we're doing and when we're recording. I feel we have our schedules down, just getting in alignment with what flows easiest, works best. When you are in alignment, having things flow easily, it's everything. When we had our first meeting at the beginning of the season and we set our intentions for the season and how we saw it going and envisioned, and writing those things down, making it clear and just letting it flow like that, that's everything. So it's been great. It's good. Yeah.
I like being ahead. I like that. That feels good. Like for me, it feels like, okay, like, cause it's like, it's almost like we're cushioning ourselves for a break, like
Yeah,
how
we'll have
but one thing about us, we take our breaks.
yeah, we'll take a break from recording next week, even though our episode will still come out. But so we have that space where, okay, it's a week, we don't have to record, especially with us having busy lives and other things going on and all this X, Y, and Z. So like it's good to have that downtime and those breaks here and there and still be able to put out the content you need to put out without missing a beat.
Yeah. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where can we follow energy? Anything coming up with energies? Or what about the barbecue?
Oh, the barbecue is popping off. So Bosky's barbecue will be in Mesquite going forward the first Saturday of the month. We will be in Mesquite. Oh, that conflicts with something I just thought about. But anyway, we'll be in Mesquite. I'll be posting the information. Follow Bosky's barbecue is V as in Victor, OSKIBBQ on Instagram, and that's also the website. And we'll be posting that schedule on where we'll be also with pre-orders. They can be pre-ordered when we have that schedule posted, the menus posted. So yeah, just keep up with everything that's going on with that. That business is really growing. I'm so proud and excited.
I'm so proud of y'all. Like that's so lit. Oh my God, girl. When I saw y'all did that pop-up, I was like, oh yes, like they in the streets now. Okay.
Yes, it was time for him to get his feet wet. So yeah, we did that. And like before, when we pulled up, before we could even set up, like we had customers. I'm like, oh my gosh, hold on, sir. Hold on, give us a second. So yeah, and then the customers is, of course, when you get that feedback from family and friends, like that's one thing, and you love it, but you also like, okay, my family and friends go support me and say good stuff because they my family and friends, right? So when you get it from customers and like random people that you do not know and they don't know anyone connected to you, and they give you that good feedback and they love your food or whatever you have going on, like that's a whole different feeling. So yeah, he got a lot of that, and I'm so proud. So he'll be in the streets a lot more going. We're starting with the first Saturday.
Let us know if y'all ever want to do a duo pull up. ZZ's a pull up. Y'all be the barbecue. I'll be the dessert.
I told him that we needed to work on setting something up to come to summertime, spring before you get too hot, because baby, I don't know how.
I got the perfect spot.
Yeah, we need to get that collab. I told him that. He was like, oh yeah, I'm down. That would be cool. So, but yeah, we need to get that going. I'm excited. But yeah, follow Bosky's barbecue. Energies.net is the website, at energies.co on Instagram, at Good Energy Tribe on Instagram, and I am at LaurieAnn317. And what do you have? Where can we keep up with you?
You guys can follow my new public Hurricane Kita page on Instagram. Hurricane just is famous. No, playing.
Yeah, I can't. Sick of you.
But yeah, you can follow my new Instagram page. It's Hurricane Kita 2.0 on Instagram. And then of course you can always book ZZ's Ice Cream Puff at zzicecreampuffs.com. And of course, make sure you guys hit us up for Anxiety is a Mother merch. Like everything is lit. Like we got so much planned for y'all this season. What else? And then of course you can always buy the twins book, Help Mommy Find Her Superpowers. Sorry, that's my it just went off. You guys should I highly recommend I Am Affirmations. Like it's an app that I download, and every so often they just send me I Am Affirmation. I always flick them off, but the ding always reminds me to at least like take a moment, because right now it always go off when I'm doing something. So I'll go back and look at it.
Maybe you need that reminder right then.
Yeah, but I always go back at the end of the night and like read all of them that I missed throughout the day. So I can remember the next ding. It's just about that programming and instilling it. Even if you don't stop right then, that ding at least reminds me like, I am so good.
I am somebody. Cool.
But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, we out of here.
Deuces.